and 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 tell them to be creative. Everyone, we are all gifted by God. God has told us to go make something out of this world. Make it. Not to please anybody, but in the service of God and mankind. Whatever you can do to be creative, go and do it. Go and do it. Let me tell you a little testimony. It's just little. You know, I didn't want to say it because it's me. I've given the testimony somewhere before. It's about me. But honestly speaking, I'm not trying to elevate myself. Please, I might talk in a way that might make you think that that's what I'm doing. That's not it. So when our children were about 4 and we're going to college, 4 kids, we're going to college all at once. It's true that I work as a physician, but you know, my husband is a pastor, and everybody knows what his salary is there. And we have 4 kids to go to college. He was going to tell on us. I had to go to the Lord. I said, how are we going to do this, Lord? And the answer is, what do I have? What do I know to do? And I said, well, I'm a doctor and I can work. And, you know, by the end of the day, I just said, oh, okay, I'll start a night clinic. Even though it was going to be more work for me, because that means I'll finish my full-time work and then go to the night clinic at about 5 p.m. And sometimes I don't get home till 11. And during the day, my husband goes there to help me. You know, but that's how God said, He said, what do I have? I know that God can provide in any other way, but God told me He's giving me everything that I need, you know? So, and part of what God has given us is our creativity. Think about it. Whatever you have, whatever gift that God has given you, use it to serve God and to serve the people around you. Because God has, before God sent people into the world, He is able to take care of them, all the human beings that God has sent into here. And I want to encourage all of us, look into yourself and say, what do I have? Like Moses, God says, what do you have in your hand? He said, a staff. Just with that little stick in Moses' hand, the shepherd stick he had, God made wonders and delivered a whole nation with miracles from a little piece of stick. So whatever we have, when the Lord breathes on it, we can do great and mighty things. And in order to round up this creativity, let me talk about Jesus. So we've talked about God, the creator God, how He made the universe. Let me talk about what Jesus did. I said, it is an excellent desire for one to want to be like Jesus, to be like God. In fact, we need to emulate Christ, as Paul puts it in Philippians 2, 1 to 18. I'm not going to read it, but I'll just highlight some little passages from there. It shows that Christ is loving, compassionate, tender, caring, comforting. We should do the same. With no selfish ambition and no vain conceit, humble, values others above himself, looking not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others. We should have the same mindset. That's what Paul said as Jesus. Jesus is God, but did not use it to his advantage when he was in human form. Instead, he humbled himself, became a servant, and obedient to death on the cross. The conclusion is that only God can help us be like Jesus. Philippians 2:13. For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purposes. So only God can make us like Jesus. Matthew 19:26. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. In conclusion, we summarized that God is holy and he expects us to be holy. And we should strive to be sinless and sinless. And not just that, we should know that our God is an innovative and creative God. We should tap into that energy and be creative, form something out of this world, do something, create something out of the confusion and the I don't know what other word to use it, the shapelessness and formlessness and peacelessness and all kinds of things in this world. Make something beautiful out of it, because God has given us the mandate and the potential to do that, and that with God, all things are possible. Thank you. I rest my case.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.